the Elite NWO Agenda website. I am not necessarily advocating the Elite NWO Agenda website, nor am I advocating any of their points of view or anything. I just think that this particular video is something that I want to give you guys as a heads up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a section of it, and then we'll go on to look at some of the other things that are going on in the world around the Wormwood Nibiru phenomenon. But check this out.
Shortly about the Secretary's upcoming travel. He will leave on Monday, the 7th of November. His first stop will be Antarctica, where he will have a chance to visit with scientists and researchers, both at McMurdo Station as well as the South Pole. He'll be the first Secretary of State and the most senior U.S. government official to ever travel to Antarctica, and he'll be there from the 10th to the 12th of November. Follow-on stops on this trip include Wellington, New Zealand for bilateral discussions on the 12th and 13th. On the 14th, he'll be in Oman. On the 15th, United Arab Emirates. We go to Morocco on the 15th and 16th for COP22. And then he goes on to Peru for the APEC conference on the 17th and 18th before returning home. So it's a
Guys, there's something not right about this. This is what I do agree with the NWO Agenda website. There's something not right about this. Now, let's think about and put together a few puzzle pieces, okay? And how this relates. If you've been a follower of the Gaia channel at all, as I have been and others in our community, you will know that there are some significant things happening in Antarctica, okay? And I won't get into the details of it, but to have a Secretary of State go to Antarctica, what government is in Antarctica that the Secretary of State has to deal with? Can anybody tell me? Unless they are negotiating with somebody down there. Unless the Secretary of State's going down there to finalize some kind of treaty or agreement with a... This is a heads up for you, because this is a significant thing for having our Secretary of State announce, like at the last minute, that he's going to take a junket down to Antarctica in the South Pole. So heads up on that, and let's take a look at a couple of videos here. Here's some footage from Brazil on the 1st, where we saw a really bright fireball. Fireball reports are increasing, as we would expect, but this one was just an extremely brilliant display of a fireball. Pretty cool, huh? So here is a time lapse that you can get from this Australian weather cam network. And this is, I think, Brisbane, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see it from here. But point is, we got a good time lapse here. Now check out what happens as the sun progresses through this time lapse and the kinds of things that you see here in this process. Is that a shield or a planet? What is that behind the sun? That's not how a lens flare would move, guys. So we've got two kind of weird objects in this particular time lapse. Now, we still haven't decided if those big things are planets yet, or if they are shield system components to help them to distort the view of this system as it's coming in. But this is remarkable footage, and I wanted to thank the subscriber that pointed me to it. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm not going to let you guys go without talking about what happened in the Netherlands last night with that remarkable footage that we captured, and I'll just go to the MP4 that I made. And guys, this, by the way, this is the most convincing thing I've ever seen on the All Skycam network. And I've seen a lot of scary stuff on here, but look at this. So we had some kind of a flash from the south. Otherwise, I don't think these things would have been visible. And I don't know what caused that flash in the south. Let's say that it was some kind of a sun flare off the Nemesis system, potentially, because I do think this thing is coming up from the south. And this is its planetary bodies with it. And we're getting close to some of these prophetical statements that we've heard people talk about. And I just wanted to let you know that this is absolutely the real deal. I was pointed to it by a subscriber when it was happening. I was able to capture the phenomenon. And guys, this is the kind of thing that, you know, don't be afraid. It's been there for a while. But the thing of it is now that you're becoming aware, you need to put yourself in that place of prayer and meditation and calmness, so that as these things start to unfold, you can be a place of calmness and rest for people that are going to be seeing it. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid of this stuff. Just be aware of it, okay? South Wales here on the far right here. This is another picture from yesterday at nighttime showing an object. We can't tell if it's the moon, what it is, with some kind of other reflecting object. And the reason I say that, this is from Australia, from New South Wales. The reason I say that, check out this picture from Webcam de Mexico. at that volcano down there that starts with a P. I'm not even going to try it. Which one of these is the moon? I mean, guys, first of all, the sliver, where's this thing getting light from? Because the light would have to be coming from space somewhere. This one makes sense to be the moon and just very bright because the sun should be coming from below the horizon. What is above, or what is happening in this little half moon thing here? So again, you know, these are the kind of photographs we never saw anything like this a year ago, you guys. This is just, things are definitely accelerating, and so I just want to take this as opportunity to just pray the Lord's Prayer with you guys, okay? So let's start right now together with this, okay? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. And he will, by the way. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Talk to you guys later. I'm going to have parts 3 and 4 ready, hopefully by the end of the day. Definitely part 3 by the end of the day of the Truth is a Radical Act series. Thank you for watching.